Well, you know what? We asked for your help. And guess what? You answered. ABC15 and Sanderson Ford partnered up to find a few good men and women who have served in the United States Armed Forces and continue to give back to the community. Today, we get to meet our first winner, Private First Class David Campbell, an Army combat engineer, served in our country in Iraq and Desert Shield and Desert Storm. Now, David is a story full of honor, fear, and frustration, but best of all, hope.
I died in Iraq. I was inside an enemy bunker, and we set off a charge to destroy Iraqi paperwork, things like that, and apparently I got caught in the explosion. I was dead for about 5 minutes. They did CPR on me, medevaced me back to Saudi Arabia, and I spent 6 weeks in 2 different MASH units. And I have nightmares every night. Last night I was stuck in one for about 8 hours, and I get up depressed or angry and just shaking and anxiety real high, and it gets old. I sometimes don't remember what life I'm leading. You know, is it that life or this life? Am I awake? So I took it upon myself to experiment and find different types of therapy. The therapy that I'm doing now, the neuro-emotional training, that helps. You just close your eyes, breathe calmly, and let the computer balance out what's going on in your brain. My motivation has been up.
What this treatment is doing, it's reading brain activity and simultaneously speaking back to the brain based on what it's seeing. And what it comes down to is that it is attempting, and usually successfully implementing, more brain balance, more brain harmony, and so a person's functioning becomes more symmetrical, becomes more easeful. And they typically talk about less anxiety, more mood regulation, and just kind of more enthusiasm.
It's helping tremendously. It's got my nightmares down to maybe 1 or 2 a week instead of every night. They're not as intense. I feel like we're working through them.
Dave has been an amazing person to work with. He's appreciative. He doesn't stop letting us know the kinds of things that he's doing in the community.
I was introduced to Mulligan's Manor, and it's a group home for boys, and we went on a weekend mentor-mentee training weekend with them. It was very cool, very eye-opening for me and them. Basically, my job was just to listen, and they don't really get that a lot. And so I started taking them fishing when I can, and they enjoy that. That's something they've never done before. So walk to your left a little bit. I feel like there's actually a light at the end of the tunnel now, and it's a bright light. I wake up every day and I ask Jesus, what would you like me to do today? Have your will be done, not mine. And pretty much just by surrendering, saying, okay, yes, there's a problem, let's deal with it. And having done that, I've grown probably 50% better than what I used to be, ever have been.
What an unbelievable story. And I am so honored and proud to have you, David, right here in our studio this morning. And Sanderson salutes you and all that you've done for our country and now doing for our community. And we welcome you to Sonoran Living Live.
Thank you very much. It's an honor.
It is an honor on our behalf. I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that you are trying to do in the community now. You coming back home, dealing with the PTSD at one point, and probably at many points, really pushed you over the edge. Tell me why it is so important for you now to reach out to first responders to help other veterans.
There's a lot of suicide going on. There's a lot of depression, anxiety in our new vets that are coming back, and I am right there with them. I spent 20 years dealing with it, and dealing with it self-medicating, and that doesn't work for very long.
And helping other first responders reach out to vets.
Yes.
What are you hoping will change as we move forward? So many vets are returning home now.
Right, just more
and are going to have
understanding.
issues.
Right, just more understanding on what's going on with us. It's not it's not a disease, it's not a mental problem, it's something we can deal with.
Yeah.
It's time to stop ignoring the fact and start dealing with it. So there needs to be more research done on it.
I agree, and I want to share something, and I hope this is okay with you, David,
Sure.
because we were talking in the green room earlier, and I was getting ready to bring David out onto the set, and you took this out of your jacket pocket, and
Yes,
it's a
ma'am.
T-shirt. What does this T-shirt represent?
I tried to kill myself with that shirt when I was put in jail, in a jail cell. I realized what I had done, and it was more than I could handle, and I said, screw it. Took the shirt off, put it around my neck, and tried to kill myself with it. Took about 3 seconds to realize it wasn't going to work, and so I just went over and sat down, started crying. Officer came by and said, did you try to kill yourself? I said, yeah, and so they locked me up. So that's the shirt that I used to try and kill myself. So.
The ironic thing of it, when you open up this shirt, this is what's on the front of the shirt.
Mm.
When you look at the shirt today, back then, now today, tell me what you feel.
Anger and joy. Anger that it happened, but joy that I've grown from that situation, and I'm here to help educate others on a problem that we're going to have to deal with more and more. We have a lot of veterans coming home,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
and it's just a side effect of being a good soldier, I like to say. So.
I agree. Good soldiers give their heart and their passion.
Right.
I know, before you go, one of the other, I will just call them another passion of yours is kids, and we just saw that you like to spend your time listening.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that important to you?
I will never have kids because of the chemical exposure I had in Iraq. So I have a passion for kids. I've always been a child photographer, and I can make any kid smile. It's a passion from God, so I enjoy it. So.
Well, you know what? You are giving back, and you've already given so much.
Right.
And we want to thank you for being who you are, being a person who gave up to serve our country and keep us free, and now giving back to the community and making a difference. And so, congratulations, and I know that you have something very important that you want to do with this.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
What would you like
I would like to donate that to our homeless vets. I have a center in Central Phoenix, MANA, Marine, Army, Navy, Air Force. So I'd like to do that.
Well, on behalf of Sanderson Ford, thanks you for your service. I
Thank
know
you.
that you are going to pay it forward, give it back.
Yes, ma'am.
But regardless, David, thank you so much for all you've done and continue to do.
My pleasure, and I apologize for being a little nervous. But,
You're
you know,
it's okay.
I'd much rather be in Iraq than
No. We would much rather have
Right.
you right where you are right
Right.
now, because you are doing amazing things here.
Right. Well, thank you. I
No.
appreciate it.
No, thank you. All
You're
right.
awesome.
Okay. No, you're awesome. All right. By the way, that is a $500 gift card courtesy of Sanderson Ford, who's going right back into the community.